Assume that we have Excel data like this one, which contains almost many rows. Say for example, can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, now this is actually the real data sheet. Here we have so many columns and we have so many rows. Okay, and there are a lot of data where we have row id, order date, ship mode, shipping mode, customer id, customer name, all these things we have. So unit estates, city, assume that we have such kind of a report. Now nobody wants to read all the report during the presentation. They just want to identify, depending on few factors, they want to pull the data out of the sheet so that they can identify how many orders are done and so on and so thing. Majorly, majorly assume that we have such a large amount of data in Excel sheet. We want to create a report for this Excel sheet. Now, just for the example, now this is the data which I have. If I want to find the sales, uh, how many furnitures have been sold, and if I want to, depending on the product name, if I want to find the discount or profit or total sales done, so simply I can do is like very first thing, go to insert where I have a pivot table option. So select pivot table and select the data. Data is automatically taken from the order sheet. So if you don't want, you can this sheet. See, we have around more than 1,000 rows and more than 10 columns. So it will be difficult. So what I will do is like, so I'll go to the first, this one. So go to pivot table. Automatically, this will select the whole range of the table. It will select all the data. And if I want to put it in a new worksheet, where I want to put my report in the Excel sheet, you can have it in an existing worksheet or in a new worksheet. But for time being, select new worksheet. Click OK. Now these are the this is the new sheet created by the Excel to to create the pivot table. Now I want to see customer. See, suppose we want to extract uh, depending on the product name, how much sales is done. So what I will do, I'll put the sales under, drag it and put it under some values. Okay. And now I want to filter it depending on the region. So drag it and put it on the filter. Okay. Next, I want to find in which state or in which city the product is sold. Okay. See, here in the sheet, suppose if I want to find the central region, uh, in central region, these are the cities: Abilene, Allen, Anna Abode, Apple Valley. These are the cities. So in the central region, and the total sales done in the each city. And the total says done in the each city. So you can see, seeing the data, going through the data is a little bit difficult. So what we do usually, we insert a chart so that we can see all the data in a one chart. So to do that, go to pivot chart, use pie chart. So click OK. See, in one region you can find all the cities. So here, in order to make it more visible, I'll do hide all the chart. So here you can see, if you want to see like how many sales is done. So what I do, select this one. Now this is a chart which you can see total number of sales is done in center cities of the region, which I have taken it from the this one order table. So here there are a lot of data which is very much difficult to view. So I can enlarge it. Still there are a lot of data. So there are some situation where the people want to know how many sales done and how many, in order to create, just to create the report. Now this is one application of pivot table. Now we'll take a small example and we'll create the table so that we can understand in a very, we'll have the Excel sheet which has a limited data using which we can create a pivot table so that we can understand. Here I'm just trying to show the application of pivot table. Pivot table is majorly used to create the dash table, or also called as a report. Okay, here I have an example. One example. See, here I have a sheet. So what I will do, I'll select this whole table. This is the data using which we create the pivot table. I'll take a new sheet. Okay, which is having only one sheet. So I'll rename it as sales data. Okay, so here I will everything. Now I have the data. Here what we have a salesperson name and the region they are working, south, north, east or west they are working, and the product they are selling, and the quantity, how much quantity they have, and what is the unit price for each quantity. If I say laptop, one laptop price is 30,000, Satish has sold 25 laptop and his total profit is 7,50,000 rupees, and his commission. So here we use if formula. So if we can go through this, see. So here we have a if formula. If G4 is greater than 1 lakh, what is the percentage you are going to have commission? 30%. If G4 is greater than 1 lakh, if it is true, then you will have the percentage of 30% commission. If false, we have to check. If G4 is greater than 50,000, you will be having the commission 0.2%, that is 20%. If true. If false, again we have to check. If it is greater than 10,000, it will be having commission 1. Okay. If it is false, then no commission. So all these things will be multiplied by the total number of sales done. Now that is how we identify the sales. Okay, the commission, and this total salary will be the total sales done by Satish plus his commission. That is the total salary of the sales person. Hope you understood the table. Hope you understood the table. Okay, so this is the data for which we have to find the report. See, actually in real time data will be like this. In real time data will be like this, where we have multiple rows and multiple columns. And using pivot table we can create a report like this one. But for understanding purpose, I am using a only small set of data to understand the pivot table. Now this is the data we have for which we want to generate the pivot table. Now I want to find uh, according to the region how many sales is done, how many total sales is done, or how much commission. Commission is not necessary. How much total sales is done in each region. So what I will do, first I'll go to insert. I'll click on the pivot table. Here I have to select the range. I select the range. Full table I will select. Next I'll say choose a new worksheet, so that in new worksheet we'll be having pivot table. Then click on OK. So this is the new worksheet. You can see sheet 2 is created automatically, in which we have pivot table fields. Now I want to find the total sales done. So what I will do is, so I will select the total, drag it and put it under some value. It will give the summation of values. Now I want to filter the report according to the region wise. So what I will do, I will select the region, I will put it as a filter. Okay, and again I want to know the salesperson's name, or the salespersons who are working under the region. So I'll put it under a row. Hello. See, this is according to the region wise. Now you can see we have all the persons under the row label. That is Avinash, total sales done is 20,000. Bharat, total sales done is 11 lakh 25,000. Girish, total sales done is 6 lakhs. Jagdish done is 6 lakhs. Jayan done is 4 lakhs 40,000. And Jagdish done 60,000, and Kiran has done 1,50,000. Praveen has done. These are the total sales. Now, if I want to find region wise, so select the region. Here, I want to find the total sales done in North region. So select North, click on OK. It will give, see, there are three persons working in the North region, Raghavan, Ramesh and Sudhir. Raghavan has sold around 1,20,000 materials, I mean product. The total profit by 3 is 1,85,000. Ramesh has done 45,000 sales, Sudhir has done 20,000 sales. So if I want to view it as uh, south, you can use south. So in south there are three people working, Girish, Kiran and Satish. This is how we create the pivot table, that is depending on the region. If I want all persons, you can select all, or if I want any. See, this is how we can see. So, because this is very small set of data where we can easily identify only just by seeing the data, but this is the one of the tools given in the Excel, which is used to generate the report. Now, say for example, I want to report all. So all persons total is done. So and seeing as a plain data will be like more difficult to identify the few parameters for the report. So what we do, we use a pivot table, we use a pie chart. Okay, this is a pie chart. So we select the pie chart. So I don't want this one. So I will hide it one, hide all the fields on the chart. Now, if I want to go to format, so here I can data labels, best fit. See, this is the report we have created. Now, if I want to see only the north side, so select north. See, automatically report also get changes. Okay, in north 3 persons and the total sales done. In south again 3 persons and then total sales done, and in west again 3 persons. If I want to see all, I can select all. This is one form of report where depending on the region wise, we have identified the total sales done by each and every person. Data labels 3000, 45,000, 12,000, these are data labels. So using which we can have, if I want to see only Avinash, so I can go to Avinash and select OK. This is the total sales done by Avinash. If I want to find only few, Avinash and Bharat and Girish. See, in this wise also we can select. If I want to find Raghavan, see, only 4 persons. So if I want to select all, this is how we can create the report. This is how we can visualize the report. This is only with respect to region. Now I want to see the report with respect to this one, with respect to product. So what I will do, again I'll go to sales data. Uh, so I'll go to insert, again go to pivot table, select the range, okay, and here I can use location where I want to have the sales data report. So I can use sheet 2. So in a single sheet we can see both two reports. So I can select OK. So I can use new sheet. See, here I get the new sheet. As you can see in the status bar, there is a sheet 3. So here I want to find the total sales done depending on the product. So now I want to filter depending on the, using the product parameter. So I put it the product as a filter, and I want the salesperson's name. I'll put it in a row field, and if I want to know the total sales, I'll put it in some value, summation of value. Okay, then I can use pivot chart, where I can use bar columns. I don't want to have the name, hide, reset chart buttons. So here you can see. So if I want to see the only the keyboard laptop, how many keyboard has been sold? Now this is the data. Only 2 people are selling the keyboard, Jayant and Ramesh. So if I want to make it more interactive, I can change the format, design. So also I can add chart element, axis title, primary vertical, which is salesperson's name, salesperson, and I can add title, horizontal, which is x-axis, total sales. So as you can see in the diagram, total sales. And if I want to find the title, axis title, sales report, sales report, okay. And if I want to have the numbers on the, we can use data labels, outside end, okay. If I want to see only the Windows operating system, how much Windows is sold, see there Raghavan and then Praveen, they are only two selling Windows operating systems. They have to total sales. Raghavan has done 1,20,000 Windows operating systems sold, and Praveen has done 2,76,000 Windows operating systems sold. If I want to found the mouse, 2 persons, you can also use this one. So I'll say all. See, this is the total sales. So, okay. So if you want, you can select, like, if you want, you can have only numbers. So go to format, so design, add chart element, go to data labels. You can remove data collect, data labels. See, this is the chart we can create. Now in the sales report, we have a two sales report. One is sales report depending on product, and another one is sales report depending on the region. Okay, we have two report. Okay, if you want to see, as you can see, if you want to see only the person's name, like Avinash, Bharat, Jagdish, and Sudhir, and Satish. See, you can see only the chart sales report done by only these three persons, irrespective of the region. So this is how we can create the instant report, so that people does not have to go through the detailed report. They can using pivot table. They can create two different versions. One is sales report depending on the product, and another one is sales report depending on the region. Sales report depending on the region. This is how we can use pivot table to create. So if you want, again I'll show you. Again, go to insert, use pivot table, select the range. Okay. Use new worksheet. Here we have done two types. One is depending on the region, and another one is depending on the product. Now we want to find depending on the what you can see, salesperson. Individual salesperson says done. So what I will do, I'll put the salesperson's name as the title, and total salary again, and total sales done under some value. This symbols denotes summation, and row wise I want to identify uh, the product they have sold. These are the product they have sold. You can use column also. You can use this one. See. So here antivirus sold in east region nothing, north region nothing, south the total sales done with respect to antivirus is 60,000. In west the total sales done is 30,000. Grand total is 90,000. If I say keyboard, keyboard is sold in east region, north region. If I say laptop, laptop is sold in east region as well as south region. If I say MS Office is sold in uh, north and then west region. So this is the salesperson. I want to see only with respect to Avinash. See, Avinash has done mouse sales in the all the region. The total region he's selling is west region. He has sold around 20,000 sales mouse. 20,000, I mean, he has sold around 20,000 rupees mouse in the west region. So if I want to see north region only, no one is selling in the north. Avinash is not working in the north, so I can say select all. See, in north region, keyboard is sold around like 45,000. Mouse is sold at 20,000, and Windows operating system is sold around 1,20,000. If I want to have a chart, again I can go to the chart. I can use pie chart in this case. Select OK. So here I'll hide all the things, hide buttons. See. So if I want to select all, I can select all. So salesperson wise, all salespersons. If you want to find the instead of uh, product, if I want to say the salesperson name, what I can do. Now this is the report. So we can here we can have multiple columns. See here you can see antivirus is sold by Girish and Ravi. Keyboard is sold by Jayant and Ramesh. Laptop is sold by Bharat and Satish. Mouse is sold by Avinash and Sudhir. MS Office is sold by Jagdish and Kiran. Windows operating system is sold by Praveen and Raghavan. So Girish has sold around 60,000 rupees antivirus in South region. Ravi has sold 30,000 rupees antivirus in West region. So total sales done by both these things is 60,000 and 30,000, which is 90,000. And if I say keyboard, total sales done keyboard in is 85,000. Jayant has sold 40,000 keyboard in East region, whereas Ramesh has sold 45,000 keyboard in North region. This is how we get the detailed report. Okay, now we have three reports. One is depending on the region, another one is depending on the product, and another one is depending on the product, and also depending on the sales process name. Hope you understood. Do you have any doubts? Okay, what I will do, I have recorded the class. I recorded the class. I will upload the recorded class in the YouTube, and I will share the link with you so that you can use it for the later purpose, for reference purpose. This is about pivot table. This is about how we generate the different report, how we make use of the report for the presentation purpose. Because going through all the data will be difficult, because in real time the data sheet will be like this one. So here identifying is very much difficult. Now if I want to have sales report only depending on only one city, say for example, if I want to find only one city, now this is how we can go through the this one. For this also I can create the this is the real data which is taken from the internet. This is how the real data will be, and creating a real data, say for example, I can use, see, this is the total sales done in these two cities. So going through this real data is will be very difficult. So if we use the pivot table, it will be easy for us to go through each and every city so that we can see uh, how much sales is done. So for example, see, this is how we this one. We can have multiple views. This is how we can generate the report instantaneously for the real data, and as well as I have shown you this Excel sheet data. This is how we can create the report. Okay. So I will stop the class right now, and I will upload the recorded class in the YouTube. I'll share the recorded class YouTube link in your WhatsApp group. Do you have any doubts? Do you have any doubts?